Hey there, my name's Luke. I wanted to do a review today of the Dynamoto stands that I recently purchased. Saw them online advertised and I thought these things are expensive and they look good, but are they really good? And I was sort of in two minds. Read a couple of reviews, people saying that they were amazing, and I thought, well, I'll take the plunge and buy them and just see. So I did that. I've got no affiliation with Dynamoto. I bought them, paid full price for them, but I was just really impressed with the way that they work. And so I thought I'd share so that if you are thinking about buying them, you could get some information. So just have a look. This is the stand. This is the rear stand, Dynamoto stand. So you've got these wheels which turn all ways, if you like. So this obviously goes around this way, and these turn this way. So you can sort of maneuver your bike in all directions. They're a heavy unit, like they came in a big box, and it's quite heavy. I've got the front and back, and I'll show you how that works before the video is ended. But they're a quality piece of kit, so there's no problems if you buy the original ones. I think there's some knockoffs and stuff, but if you buy the originals, I think you'll find that they'd be pretty good. They work pretty easy. I've got a GSA, which is new, which is the reason why I bought them, and I'll show you the space that I need to put that into, which is really tiny. Just fits in, so it's perfect for that. I found it really great. You see videos, people moving their bike around with one finger. The bike weighs 200 odd kilos. You're not moving around with one finger. It's a heavy bike, but when you get it on these stands, it really does move quite easily. It's not difficult at all. I've got a beautiful flat concrete garage, and I realise that a lot of people don't have that. They might have pavers, or they might have something that's not quite flat. Look, the answer to that is the worse your floor is, the worse it's going to work, because obviously the wheels are only going to be as good as the surface that they're going over. I would say if you have something paved, if it's got lots of sort of grooves and cracks, not too bad, it's going to be all right. If you start getting uneven surfaces and real bumpy stuff, then I think it might struggle a bit, but it'll just be as good as what the surface is, and what you expect it to be like is what it's going to be like. But if you've got a flat concrete garage like I do, then it's going to work a treat, no problem. So I'll show you how it goes on, and for every bike obviously it's different. They give you the right adapters for the particular bike. For the GS, it's obviously goes inside the back axle. So I'll show you how easy that is. If I can adjust this down, sorry, I'm taking this all myself. We'll see how this looks, but basically the stand is like this, and this part here comes off, which I'll show you in a moment, but to put it in is as easy as this. It really is quite quick and easy. Actually, I'll just stop the video and show you a little better. Okay, so hopefully you can see that a little bit better, but you can see this part here just goes inside the axle there. It's pretty easy, so just wheel it up to there, pop it on there, and just slips in, as easy as that. And then you can see it's on an angle like that. So the best thing to do then, I found, is just to straighten the bike up. Okay, and you might be thinking, oh, I'm freaking out a bit, the bike's going to fall over or whatever. Remembering it's now got a set of training wheels on it, a wheel on either side, so it's not going to fall over. So just check that's all right, and then just simple as flipping it up. Which needs a little bit of weight to put behind it, and it's flipped up like that. So now the bike's stable, it's not going to go anywhere. And what we do from there is we remove this handle, which then becomes like a safety point. So this just comes off, goes on here. If I can line that up correctly. It's kind of unsighted under there, so just got to line that up correctly, and then put the pin back through there. So what then that does is stops it from flipping up, because obviously this is in the way, if you can see that. So that's the back wheel done. Obviously you can just buy the back wheel, and then you can wheel it around using just the front wheel on the ground, and some people do that, or you can get the front wheel as well. So I'll show you how that goes as well. So front wheel's pretty easy. Just wheel it up to it like that. And then you can even just sort of pull it onto it, because remember the back wheel is now supported by the Dynamoto, which is moving easily. So this one's a bit easier, or needs a little bit of weight, like that, okay? Okay, so you've got the bike up on the stands, and how easily does it move, you wonder? So it's just a matter of sort of pushing it around like this. It's pretty simple. And if you can see up the end there, I've got a really small space that I've got to get mine into. I'll show you how I do it. Pretty simple. You can just sort of move it around like this. But you know, you have to put a little bit of effort into it because it is a big heavy bike. But in terms of getting into a small space, I mean, you would be doing 3-point turns for a long time to sort of get this in here. But I can straighten that up. And then I can just sort of push it straight back. I haven't done this the best way. But that goes in there. So you can see that little cubby hole there is like pretty tight. There's really no space. But to get it in and out of there is pretty easy. And I'll show you coming out. It's really simple. I just grab the bars like this and I can really just pull it out. As simple as that. So that is a one-hander. That's pretty easy, and do that. To take the bike off, it's just the same in reverse, so I'll show you what it is. So the first thing that we want to do is take the front off. We always leave it so that the back is first on, last off. So we take the front one off, which is pretty simple. It's being supported by the back. So we just pull this up, roll it back, and that's it. Front's done. So that's off. We pop that away. And then the next thing we do is we're going to take the back off. Just come a bit closer to you so you can see. We take the safety off, which is pulling the clip, getting this thing here, putting that at the back where it was before. That's in. Your stand is down, so it's going to fall back over onto the stand. So again, we've got training wheels on, so it's not so scary. We just sort of lift this up, back down onto the wheel, and it's going to fall over onto the stand because that's the way you're directing it, because you're controlling it with these two. To get this out on this one here, it's just as easy as pulling that out like that. Job done. So that's getting it in and out. It's pretty easy, like it only takes a couple of minutes. And obviously to move it around is really, really simple. So overall, I'm super happy with it. I think it's a great thing, especially for a bigger, heavier bike like this. And if you've got a small space to put it into, particularly where you've got to negotiate it in. I couldn't get it anywhere near as tight in that cubby hole without doing that if I had to sort of maneuver it in like that. So no, it's been great. I'm glad I spent the money on it. I think it's well worth the money. Quality product. I think you'd be happy with the build, and I think it'll last a long time. So that's my review. Hope that helps someone out there. Thanks.